Evaluating expressions, we've done this already a little bit. Evaluating means take the numbers they give you and put them in, substitute them in for what they tell you. So here they're telling us the value of y is 9. So every time we see a y, we're going to put a 9 in its place. So this one says 5y minus 15. Now when you substitute in values, it's very important to put them in parentheses. So here's how we're going to write it. 5 parentheses 9 minus 15. Because again, 5y means 5 times y. Then we do our order of operations. You do multiplication first. 5 times 9 is 45. And then we'll subtract 15 from that. 45 minus 15 is 30. That was almost too easy. Now, I want you to try. What do I have, 2 here? Yeah, so try these two out. Pause it here. I'm going to go over these pretty quickly. 63 minus 5 times 10. 5 times 10 is 50. 63 minus 50 is 13. Over here, t is 7. Now here, parentheses wouldn't be super essential. We're in the parentheses, we have 7 plus 3 is 10. 4 times 10 is 40. Minus 1 is 39. All right, let's try some more out. Ooh, this one's a little trickier. We've got more variables here. So 3ab, which again means 3 times a times b. So 3, a is 2, b is 5, and then it says plus c over 2. C is 10 divided by 2. Let's think our order of operations. We have multiplication, we have addition, we have division. We're going to do multiplication and division first from left to right. So we have 3 times 2 is 6. Now you could do 2 steps at once. You could do the 10 divided by 2 first with the 3 times 2. That's fine, but it's like if you do 1 step at a time, you're less likely to make a mistake. So we still have multiplication over here. 6 times 5 is 30. Now we have division to do. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So 30 plus 5, which is 35. Nice. So I have 3, it looks like, for you to try. So pause it, try them, and then check back in when you're done and make sure we have the same answer. Again, you don't need the parentheses on the 8 or 7 in this case. It's just good form, good practice for the future. 8 plus 7 is 15, and 6 times 15 is 90. 2, x is 4, y is 3, and z is 1. So we do our multiplication first. 2 times 4 is 8. We still have multiplication. 8 times 3 is 24. Minus 1 is 23. Nice. All right. R plus S over 2. So R is 13. Plus S is 11 over 2. Now remember, even though it's addition and division, that numerator is grouped together. So it's one group. So we're going to do 13 plus 11 first, which is 24. Then we'll divide by 2, which gives us 12. It's fun. Energy drinks come in cases of 24 bottles. Write an expression for the number of cases a store should order to get B bottles of energy drinks. Now, if we want 48 bottles, And every case has 24. That would be 2 cases, right? Because 24 times 2 would give us the 48 bottles that we need. So, B bottles. So we're going to take our number of bottles and just divide it by 1 case. So we want B bottles. We need to know how many cases we're going to get, and each case has 24. So we're going to do B divided by 24. And that'll give us our number of cases that we need to order. Then evaluate the expression for 120 bottles. So 120 bottles, that's going in for B here. 120 divided by 24, which gives us 5 cases. That one was pretty tricky. Now, let's say the store above pays $29 for each case of energy drinks. Let me scooch this up. So we just bought 5 cases. The store pays $29 for each case of energy drinks. Write a variable expression for the cost of C cases. Now, if each one of them is $29, we would just take the $29 and multiply it by the number of cases, which again, we did this last time. 29 times C, you just typically write as 29C. Then it says evaluate it for the 5 cases we just got. So 29 times the 5 cases, $290, $145 for 5 cases. That's not a bad deal. Not a bad deal. An online music store charges $14 for each CD. Shipping costs $6 per order, not per CD, so you only pay the $6 once. Write a variable expression for the cost of ordering CDs. So let's call CDs C. And let's say I were to buy 10 CDs. So each one of them is $14. So we would have to do 14 times the 10. But again, we made up the 10. So it's just $14 times the number of CDs. So we'll say 14C. We also have to pay that $6 in shipping, but we only have to pay that once per order. So we're just going to take whatever our cost of the CDs comes out to be, and we're just going to add 6 at the end. Now it wants us to find the cost of ordering 4 CDs. So we're going to do 14 times the 4, and then we'll add the 6 to it. 14 times 4 is 56, plus 6 comes out to $62 for 4 CDs. All right. I don't know if you guys are buying CDs anymore, but it's not that great of a deal. Evaluate the expression in example 4 to find the cost of ordering 7 CDs. We already have the formula. The formula was 14C plus 6. So I want you to try to figure out how much that would cost for 7 CDs. 14 times 7 plus 6. 14 times 7 is 98. Plus 6 comes out to $104. It's not bad. Actually, that's pretty bad. Guys, you shouldn't be paying $14 for CDs. Get them at a used store. All right, now it's practice time. So I'm going to go over these a little bit quicker. All right, X, Y, Z. 2 times 3 times 10. Left to right, it's all multiplication. 2 times 3 is 6. Times 10 gives you 60. All right, 8y, 8 times 3 divided by x. Well, it's all multiplication division, left to right. 8 times 3 is 24. Divided by 2 is 12. Z over 5, so 10 over 5 plus 2. 10 divided by 5 is 2. Plus 2 is 4. 4y minus x. 4 times 3 minus 2. We do our multiplication first. 4 times 3 is 12. Minus 2 is 10. An office assistant types for 55 words per minute. Again, when you see per or each, that usually indicates multiplication. Write a variable expression for the number of words the office assistant types in m minutes. Well, every 1 minute, they type 55 words. So m minutes would be 55 times m. Which, remember, we clean that up and we just make it 55m. Evaluate the expression for 20 minutes. We're doing 55 times 20. Now when you multiply by 20, you could multiply it by 2 and then add a 0 to it. So 55 times 2 is 110, and then we need to add that extra 0 to it. 1,100 words. Online video store charges $24 for each DVD, each multiplication, so 24D. Shipping costs $4 per order. We only pay the shipping one time. Write a variable expression for the cost of ordering DVDs. So again, we said 24 times DVDs. So we'll say 24D plus that $4 in shipping. Find the cost of ordering 3 CDs. Or sorry, 3 DVDs. So 24 times 3 plus the $4. 24 times 3 is 72. Plus $4 comes out to $76. We're cruising. All right, we're evaluating again. J is 11. The way I wrote this, a little more obnoxious than I needed to, because there's too many parentheses. But this grouping symbol is what we're going to do first, because that is a group. The 11 is in group with that. So 5 plus 4 is 11, or 9. Then we have 11 times 9, which is 99. All right, RST, they're all the same. 5 times 5 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25. Times the other 5. Think of if you have quarters. If you have 5 quarters, that's $1.25. So 1.25. All right. Our friend evaluates 10 minus k divided by 5 for k equals 5 and gets 9 for an answer. Well, again, let's figure out what we should do, and then we can probably find their error. So it should be 10 minus k is 5. You can put parentheses around the 5, it doesn't make a difference here. You should do parentheses first. 10 minus 5 is 5. Divided by 5 should give us 1. That should be the correct answer. So how did they get 9? They probably ignored the parentheses and they did division before subtraction, which would make sense if there were no parentheses. But because there's parentheses, you have to do what's grouped together first. They divided, but should have evaluated parentheses first. Wow, we got a big evaluating one. All right, so 4a minus b plus b over 2. Okay, we have multiplication here. 4 times 3 is 12 minus 4 plus 4 over 2. See the division there. 4 over 2 is 2. 12 minus 4 plus 2. Then it's addition and subtraction, so left to right. 12 minus 4 is 8. Plus 2 is 10. Fitness Club requires a $100 initiation fee and dues of $25 each month. You see that each. That usually indicates multiplication. Now, the $100 initiation fee, you just pay that once. So it's kind of like $100 plus whatever you spend per month. If it says it's $25 each month, write an expression for the cost of membership for N months. So it's $25 per month, so that'd be 25 times the N plus your $100. So that's one way you could write it. You could also write it 25N plus 100. That would mean the same thing. Then find the cost of the membership for 1 year. Now this is months. So how many months in 1 year? There's 12. So again, think of quarters. If you have 12 quarters, that's $3, 300 cents. So we have 100, that's 300, which comes out to $400. That's it, we evaluated.